Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We're Sunday, May 25th, 2025, and I'm doing another collective read for you. I got that Sound of Silence song in my head right now. Maybe I'll post it later. I don't know. Hopefully you're having a wonderful weekend. Let's see what Spirit wants to talk about right now. I was hearing Sound of Silence, and I heard that your silence is deafening. Somebody doesn't like it, but sometimes you need the silence, right? To reflect, to go in, right? Oh, look at this. Keeping a promise. So somebody's something to do with keeping a promise to you, or this is somebody else you're dealing with. Fake friends. They're trying to make their fake friends keep a promise, or you're trying to make your fake friends keep a promise, or they're trying to make you keep a promise, and they've always been fake with you. They never kept promises. I could go that way too. What's the message, please, Spirit? What's the message for the collective? Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, the white light. What's the message for the collective at this hour? Bad choices, overarching energy. I always get, that's probably why they don't like the silence, because they're thinking about all the bad choices they've made and they can't handle it. Somebody's got kicked to the curb, underlying energy. Love story, once upon a time, now it's a divorce, breaking a contract. Somebody got played, manipulation, lies, and control. Not good. Where else? What else can we know about this suggestion, Spirit? A lot of bad choices here. And they don't want to realize. They don't want to stop and reflect. They don't want to deal with it. Bad choices. Where are we going, please, Spirit? What else can we know? Could be drinking, smoking. Smell the roses. Slow down. Take some you time. Get out in nature. That could be for them, or this is what you've been doing. Maybe they're kicking themselves in the pants. You know what I'm saying? I should have done this. I should have done that. They're going through some sort of stagnancy here, stuck, dead end, and frozen. Maybe they chose the wrong one. Who knows? They're in isolation, so they're alone. They don't want to be alone. They don't like the silence. Rejected, left alone, and self-inflicted. Sorry about background noise. I'm just making a coffee. I know, it's late in the day. Why are you drinking coffee? Because I want one. Bad choices. Smell the roses. Where are we going with that, please? So, you know, somebody could have been really living a fast life, let's say, and they never got the chance to smell the roses. It's kind of reminding me of, like, when you hear these bands that travel, they do these world tours and stuff like that, or singers, and you often hear them say in their autobiographies or while they're being interviewed, I've been all over the world. I've been in every country and all over the world, but I've never gotten to visit it. I've never gotten to, you know, experience it. So this person's done so much, possibly going from person to person, one drama after another, and they never had the chance to stop and smell the roses and just be themselves. Bad choices. Smell the roses. They thought somebody smelled like a rose. They smell like shit. Where are we going with this, please, Spirit? What else can we know? What else would you like the collective to know, please? Almost. Bad choices. Smell the roses. Uninvited guest. Surprise, accident, big change, moment of decision. So somebody could be finding themselves all alone right now, and they might just show up on your doorstep. I don't know. I have no idea. There's a big change for sure. Or they were staying with somebody and they kicked them to the curb, and you know, their name's on the mortgage or the lease, and the cops are saying you got to get the fuck out. I don't know. So forgotten person, they're wondering if you forgot all about them. Core, past, old friend. It could be an old friend. It could be an old love. I don't know. Would they be there to help me? There's a breakup. Will they be my friend still? You know what I mean? Walking away, separation, and end. Apple. They got tempted by somebody. It's a very, okay, thank you, Spirit. It's a person that's easily tempted sexually. Easily tempted into stupid things, actually. Wisdom, death, sexuality, and joy. I'm picking up somebody's easily led. You know what I'm saying? There's a message, communication, call records, instant messaging, pollution, infection, parasite, and poison. Somebody could have been going around poisoning the minds of others where you were concerned, them or someone else. They're finding something out. Could have an infection. Somebody could have been poisoned. A parasite gloms onto a host and sucks them dry, right? Huh? Maybe they're finding out the one they wound up with was like that. Or you know this person did this to you. I don't know. There's unfinished business, or they think there's unfinished business. It's not over. Back and forth baggage. This is a clown. It's a clown show, right? Under the big top. You're not a clown. Performance, camouflage, laugh at, and revenge. Your high honor. They laughed, and when you... Because you're a person with dignity. Something to do with what you do for work, where you come from, your lineage. You're going to be awarded for something, and they laughed at you. They wanted to, maybe they were trying to pretend that they were high honor. Yeah, you did it all by yourself. You're single. Isolation, independent, and alone, and or this is them now, okay? They're in isolation. They don't like to be alone. But yeah, it says independent. This person's not independent, so this is you. You'd rather be alone than be with this person. You were a mystery to them, or they... If this has anything to do with the last two reads, somebody in your family hired somebody to love bomb you, destabilize you, maybe even take you out and really make you look bad so they can have a power of attorney over you or some sort of controlling narratives, I heard. But there was a lot of illusions here and confusion, and they think that you still don't know what was going on. There's a whistleblower here. Betrayal, report, expose, and leak. They're dealing with the law. Lawyer, judge, and police. Has something to do with the last reads. So intuition. You used your intuition. This is how you got through it. Okay? This is how you knew what you knew. Sixth sense, intuition, subconscious. They're tormented now. What do they know? Exactly what do they know? Can I show up at their doorstep? What would they say? Right? What could I say? Right? Anxiety, bondage, depression, and troubled. This is change, transformation. Newborn or evolution. You've ascended. They can't reach you. This is your level up here. You're getting promoted. You're going through something, and it's progressing you where you need to go. You're being very guarded and protected. Protect, escort, and teach. You could be a teacher. Somebody could have been saying that you're an escort, a streetwalker, or a gigolo. You could be a teacher, or that you could be dealing with a teacher, but you're being protected here, okay? Archangel Michael definitely is protecting you. And this is all greed. Laziness, obsession, cruelty, and stupidity. There could have been some threats here, or they're under threat. Money, life, violence, and privacy. We just finished one read where they have a choice. They only have one choice, and that's to go to the authorities and tell the truth. Somebody's dealing with organized crime or some really nasty people, and they got them involved, okay? Higher ups, authority figures, everybody's going down. It's over. It's the end. Empty room. Nobody's around. They're by themselves. The silence is driving them insane. Madness. Okay? Empty room. They don't like the silence because then they have to face themselves. No people, the end, opportunity. You're dealing with opportunists. They wanted you completely alone, not around other people where you could sense or know what they were doing to you or saying about you or planning to do to you even. So this is a crime. Let's go with the true crime. Let's see where we're going to go with this. Bad choices, smell the roses, uninvited guests. Okay, thank you. Yep, the whole community's involved. It could be something in your neighborhood. It could be in your neighborhood right now, so just be leery, okay? It's going to be a natural disaster here. This wedding, this relationship, could be a false wedding as well. They could have went at a different country. Natural disaster, whether you have them in your country or not, wherever you hail. Something to do with a grandparent. Could be the inheritance that they left it to you. Yeah, something's falling apart. They could have dismembered a grandparent. Jeez Louise, spirit. Something to do with an affair. So they could have said that you were having an affair or somebody had an affair with a grandparent. Maybe there is an issue of paternity. I don't know. This was a crime of passion. There's an accomplice, a partner in crime. Male, you or them. Female. Duh. It could be a couple doing this. Your family. They want revenge. Or this couple wants revenge on your family. Or your family wants revenge on this couple. Something to do with mountains. They could live in the mountains or you overcame these mountains, these hurdles, okay? There's a lot. You've ascended. You had to overcome a lot. I'm not putting down, I'm not saying nobody else has gone through a lot. I mean, we've all gone through what we go through. What deck do you want me to use, Spirit, please? Thank you. Sorry, I just have to reach for that one. I didn't. Wasn't prepared, sorry. My bad. Let me go get my coffee. Hi. I got my coffee. I'm good. Sorry about that. Okay, so we have bad choices, smell the roses, uninvited guest, and neighborhood. So somebody could be in your neighborhood, or this is a whole community, or separate communities, different communities getting involved. .101 and 102 might have something to do with this, or 02 in the middle. Well, it's my birthday number. My birthday's the 2nd of September. My sister's is also the 2nd. My brother's is the 1st. That's weird, eh? Always, all three of us, the 1st of the month. And my parents are at the end of the month. Weird. I just realized that. What's the message, please, Spirit? Thank you. Oh, Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords. They can't eat or sleep. They're stressed. And they're pressed. Having intrusive thoughts. They can't get this out of their head. They don't know what to do. They're very anxious and worried and burdened. Look at this. There could have been a fight. Something could have been physical. I just noticed that. There could have been a stabbing. Or they're afraid this is going to happen to them. I don't know. It could also be words. I mean, swords are words. So maybe they're afraid of what's going to come flying at them, if it hasn't happened already. Overarching energy. They're stuck in their head. They are... There's a lot of obstacles. They're stuck. They're feeling trapped. This is self-imposed. They could be going to jail. They're bound. They're stuck. Well, they wanted to bind you, keep you in your head while they were doing whatever they were doing in the background. They're stuck in a partnership. They got you on their mind. This could have been a partnership you were in. Friend, love, family, business. Okay, somebody's going to be lose 8-8. Wow, that's the number of karma and abundance here. They didn't put the work in. This is an abject failure. No success. Not cut out for this. Lost their job. Something didn't work. The Lovers, third party, no longer working with a contract. Can't work this contract. You've ascended. They can't work you. You've ascended. Okay, you made a decision here. This could be a contract. It could be a third party as well. No longer working with a third party. Or it could be a higher level soulmate coming in. I'm really picking up that you use your higher wisdom. This is some sort of, I mean, whatever this relationship is, partnership, whether it's yours or somebody else's, is obviously karmic, okay? It's either a lesson or it's a lesson to teach you a lesson, obviously, and or to help you elevate. Either or, you're going to be learning lessons from whatever this is. She's got her eye on the angels. He's got her eye on her. So, I don't know. Maybe somebody's wanting to, they're watching, they're taking your lead, maybe. Yeah, there's any third-party situation, a collaboration, or it's a false contract. You knew it all along, I just heard. Somebody's very disrespectful. Not cooperating. This was an injustice. False contract, false wills, false whatever. Somebody didn't cooperate with you. They didn't do their dereliction of duty, I just heard. They didn't do their due diligence. They didn't do what they were supposed to do. Yeah, this is going to come out in the news maybe. You're healed, you're a healer, you're an inspiration, you're divinely protected and guided, you're in your north node, you have divinity, you have a great deal of faith. Yeah, so you're just going about life, doing what you had to do, going with the flow, right? Get it with the water. You knew that the divine's going to take care of it, right? You had an enormous amount of faith here. Divine intervention. Secrets are not coming out. You knew that the secrets are going to come out. Somebody was shit-talking you. It's coming out in the open. They were definitely doing magic or claimed that you were doing magic. This is Dark High Priest or High Priestess. Unwise counsel. They have no intuition or lost their intuition. This is lack of awareness. This is heartless and cruel. They were draining you of your energy. This is an empty vessel of a person, a soulless being. They're not happy. No new beginnings here. Okay. No love lost between family, a group. Heartless and cruel family. There we go. They didn't want you having... They didn't think you had self-love. This, whatever this is. There's no peace here, no new beginnings. Yeah, they're under divine judgment. This is awareness. They need to take accountability for what they've done. A lot of people wanting to be saved right now, but what are they willing to do to be saved, right? They may want a second chance with you. That trumpet's been sounded, okay? This is radical acceptance. They need to take accountability. It's a wake-up call. It's a spiritual awakening. There's lack of trust. Don't see eye to eye. Okay, Two of Cups in reverse. There's no harmony here. Somebody's on their own. Somebody was not cooperating. I mean, they were in a good group. They were working with others, but they took it upon themselves to do more because they wanted more, right? I don't know. Somebody's on their own here. Two of Cups. There's no harmony. Stealing this money. A large amount of money. Family discord. They're going to lose everything. No long-term stability. No long-term relations. Wow, loss of a legacy, generational wealth. There's a lot of money involved in it. Yeah, it's an inheritance and property. I was picking up property as well, or a business or something. Your family ain't shit, okay? The party's over. It is what it is. They really wanted to destabilize you. They wanted you alone, no money, no family, no comfort, homeless possibly. Yeah, they're stuck. They don't know what to do. Two of Wands. They were blocking you or trying to block your stability. Yes. Queen of Pentacles in the upright. Male or female, place the genders where it belongs. There's no contingency plans, okay? They wanted you sitting at home and waiting. Well, they went and spent your money. Lived in homes that were earmarked for you. I don't know. They didn't want you moving forward. This could be a family. They were doing stuff together. Thought, oh, this is going to be foolproof. But somebody went off on their own. They didn't like the family's plan, so they went and carried through something that they wanted to do. I don't know what this is. Somebody's stubborn and think they're all that. Yeah, they went somewhere. They just blocked from moving forward. Could be a transition. You could be feeling stuck, but you're in a period of transition in between ending a cycle to begin a new one, right? Somebody may want to come meet you in calm waters, but they're being blocked. Yeah, because they're hot-headed here, okay? They could be on the run because they committed a crime. This was abuse. They're reckless and they endangered others. This was a bad investment. They could have taken this money and invested in offshore accounts. This is a crime. They're losing everything here. They didn't want anybody investing in you. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. They lost all this money. They have to relocate and quick. Somebody's angry. The truth has come out. End of the road. Can't go any further. You get what you give. Law and order stepping in. Or this could be Archangel Michael. This could be you. It could be anybody. A professional. Could be male or female, take it for whatever that is. The truth is spoken. The sword is up in the air. Okay, this is somebody that has authority. They're very wise, very intelligent, and they're not going to mince words. They're very professional. Yeah, somebody's going to cut their losses or they want to come back towards you. Somebody's very emotionally invested. They knew what they were doing was a losing proposition. They did it anyways. They thought they could always come back towards you, or they thought you'd come back from this, or they now see that you've come back, you know what I mean, to yourself. I don't know. This is weird. They don't want to move on. They're digging in their heels, refusing to move on. They know they're good. They know if they leave, they're going to be facing these mountains, these hardships, and they don't want to face those, even though they try to make you face them, right? How fair is that? Yeah. It's a father or a mother or father. Place the genders where it belongs. It doesn't have to be. Somebody went back, or they're going to go back to this couple, or it could be one person. Somebody's drinking, or somebody went back to a grandparent or aunt and uncle. They have to give it back. They have to cut their losses. Somebody's greedy and selfish. Okay, they're very manipulative. They're in their emotions. They blackmail people with emotions. They're emotionally unavailable, manipulative, needy, crybaby. There's no love here, no self-love, that's for sure. It could be hidden addictions as well, involved with corruption. They could have called you a bad mother if you're a female or a father. Like I said, place the genders where it belongs. They could have said all kinds of nasty things about you. You're karmic, you're toxic, you're this, that, the other thing. You're manipulative. You're involved with corruption. Or they got involved with corruption, okay? This is somebody wanting power and control over you. Could be a mother or father, aunt, uncle, grandparents. Could be anybody. Could be strangers you don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Somebody is in their ego, In their pride, they're very arrogant, a bully, a tyrant. They bend to public pressure. If they had any authority, they lost it. They abused it. They have no authority, okay? Very distorted human being. It's all about their image and how they look in front of people and what money can buy. There you go. Got a lot of burdens on their backs. They have to take accountability. It's the ending of a cycle. It's a 10. They're buckling beneath the burdens of these lies, or this charade, or charade, however you want to. They put a lot of burdens on your back. Oh boy, the King of Wands. So somebody's angry. Okay, this is some sort of person that typically King of Wands is a leader, male or female. Could be a warlock, but this is a poser. This is somebody that doesn't take the noble approach. They have no morals, ethics, or honor. They go where, the attention is, where the money is, where the quick action is. They're a follower, not a leader. It's a coward. Somebody's very angry. It's another couple here, so there's two couples involved. Materialistic, greedy, and selfish. Jealous. They really wanted to make you look unstable. Now they're unstable. This is somebody that's jealous and lazy. They don't know their value and their worth. They don't want people knowing your value and your worth. Very manipulative, unfaithful, can't be trusted. Going through a dark night of the soul. They could have said, these three people could have said, this could be you, male or female. Could have said you're a bad mother, you're not, or a father, not very nurturing. You could be an ex-husband or wife. But they could have said you were unstable emotionally or mentally, or they got hired to destabilize you emotionally and mentally. But you were able to put your past hurts behind. They could have said that you had an STD. They're trying to block emotions here. I don't know. They don't want you having any new beginnings or taking any action. Somebody got an STD or something. No new beginnings. This conscious awareness, you're going to be taking action against these people. They're trying to block your manifestations. I don't think so. Or block your connection with source. They can go fly a kite. As above, so below. Okay? You have all the tools you need. You are in constant contact with the divine. Co-creating with the divine. You're on the public eye. This is victory, success, reward, recognition. They're trying to block something from happening. So trying to block somebody from taking action because they could have said something on public record or publicly about you online. This is ending a cycle to begin a new one. You're very protected. This is victory. They could have been showing off, traveling with your money. I don't know what this is. Moving. Now, this is an Empress. Ending a cycle to begin a new one. Divine Empress. Divine Feminine. Male or female, you're a creator. You're very loving, down to earth. Through your pain, you create new life. Could be a mother figure, could be a pregnancy. Something's over though. You're protected within this laurel wreath, sealed top and bottom, and you're being watched over on all sides. Okay, you have the reversal candles in your hand, and the Magician as well as the World. Okay, it is what it is. 1 to 21, you've gone through it successfully. Okay, usually we like to say from the Fool to the World, 0 to 21, but from 1 to 21, you went through this successfully. Congratulations. Okay, you have all the tools you need. Somebody was showing off online that they were an empress, a divine being. They're really worried now because you're online. People see you for who you are. Could be a husband. Worried about their husband. Could be a female in this energy because you're stable and secure. You're successful. You're down to earth. You're grounded. You're abundant. You're generous. Hardworking. You're very committed and loyal. You're innocent. This could be a father and a child. I was picking that up in the last read too. Somebody may want to apologize. You're innocent. Somebody might have a crush on you now. They're heartbroken. You're innocent. Or this is a father and a child that did something against you. Yeah, they can't do anything anymore. Okay? You saw through the illusions. All that glitters isn't gold, and other people are seeing it too. This was all illusions. They're running out of options. They don't have a choice. They wanted you to have no options, so they can take control of a situation, money, property, whatever this is, family. You're going to have to let this go. They were holding back from you. They have no protections, okay? You could be the only heir. 9 of Pentacles beneath that. Because they wanted it all for themselves. But you could be, at the end of the day, either you were the only heir, or after this fuck shit, you will be. Because it was illegal what this family was doing, or this group. Okay? They have no protection. They're unstable and insecure. It was all ego, wanting power and control, wanting to dominate you. Because for some reason, they felt insecure around you. Because, yeah, they're going to have to release this marriage. open up in court and release a judge. The judge is going to open up, or this is getting let go by the divine or an institution. There's a lot of conflict. There's fighting. Could be in I'm seeing it in my mind's eye. A courtroom, people are fighting. It breaks out into a fight. This is conflict, competition, jealousy, drama, rivalry, chaos. They're under surveillance. Somebody's online. They're going to find out they were under surveillance, or they did some sort of illegal surveillance of you. This is news they do not want to hear. This is delayed communication from afar. Somebody's learnt something. Somebody's in their emotions. Someone who's very malicious, ruthless, and cruel. Somebody's not a daddy. They're trying to make it seem like your father's not your father, therefore you shouldn't be a beneficiary. They're trying to erase you from everything, from life, obviously. Somebody's malicious, ruthless, and cruel. Careless, emotionally manipulative, emotionally unavailable, and very immature, self-serving, and self-absorbed. They're losing their shit right now. Yeah, you're innocent. They were played for a fool, or they're acting like the fool. You took a leap of faith, you have a new beginning. They're not happy. They were doing stuff in the dark, no truth or clarity, something to do with paternity as well. It's only for a few. They wanted a life of luxury off your back. They wanted to destabilize you. They wanted you to appear that way, insecure and unstable, greedy and selfish, but it was them. They're having financial difficulties. They don't want this out in the open. There's no trust here whatsoever. They don't want to be alone. They don't want to be alone again. Don't want to be alone. Don't want to be alone. They don't want to be investigated or scrutinized. Hiding and cloaking a lot. No, they're on the down low. This is a karmic situation here. False contracts, poor decisions. You're speaking your truth. You set some boundaries. You cut them out. Or this is somebody else. Could be Law and Order. Okay? Yeah, it's not going anywhere. They can't overcome this. They don't want to take accountability. Could have lost a car, repoed, or had a car accident, and or try to make you have one. I don't know. They can't move. They can't move on. They didn't want you moving on. They can't accept this. You're speaking the truth. You're very astute, discerning, wise, intelligent, and intuitive. Yeah, speaking the truth about death. They wanted you gone. Or somebody could be going, okay? They could be transitioning. Maybe again, this is a doctor, maybe. I don't know. Maybe they got somebody to perjure themselves and say you're no longer alive. But this is change, okay? That you are the Phoenix Rising. They're feeling sorry for themselves here. They wanted you rejected and abandoned. They wanted you, I don't know, they're being cut out of something. They wanted to cut you out. They're getting cut out. This is change. They're regretting. They're grieving. They're moping. Maybe somebody in the equation did lose their life, okay? And they were celebrating this whilst you were grieving. I don't know. It could be a third party, a friend group. I don't know. Somebody wants to reconcile with you and they're feeling some kind of way. You could be ignoring them. They wanted you gone. Or somebody did go and they haven't informed you of it yet. Like I was picking up on this one and the last ones. They started this well before whomever was leaving you property or money or both. Before this person passed on, they started targeting you because they knew that you were one of the beneficiaries or the beneficiary, okay? And they wanted that money. They started targeting you well before this person passed on. Maybe this person's passed and you don't know about it yet. I don't know. They didn't want to tell you. It's a tower. Damn. Yeah, Gold Digger Cloud Chaser. This is change. The universe is coming in hard. Tower, tower. Karma, karma. It's embarrassing and disgraceful. They're going to have to let this go. Devil energy. Toxic, karmic, contract, bindings. Yeah, they gave out false and misleading information about you. Somebody lost their child because of overdoing alcohol or other things. There's no reconciling. There's a lot of trauma bonding. They want you to go back. Maybe you did party it up a bit when you were younger or in the past. Doesn't matter. They wanted to embarrass and disgrace you. This is what these people are doing, right? They bore false witness. They can't come correct. They didn't pay you your money. They can't give. They don't want to pay it. They're immature and insincere. That's what they said about you, right? You're irresponsible. You can't be relied upon. You're lazy. You don't finish anything you start. People are seeing clearly what this is. Okay, you let this person go for a reason. If this is the love bomber that came towards you, they had a lot of shit they were attached to. Okay. There's not going to be a reconciliation. They can't pay up. Maybe because they didn't do the job, these people want their money back. I don't know. Getting let go. This is, yeah, you let go of this love bomber because before they could take you out. This is spell work, love bomber, insincere, wearing a mask, no follow through with promises. They're scared. This is a scandal. They tried to make you sick. They were lying, cheating, and or stealing. They're trying to escape a situation. They said you were crazy or you had addictions. This is destruction to a family or a group. Yeah, no longer cooperating with a family or a group. Somebody's making a head over heart decision. This was fraud. They're hurting for money. They wanted to destabilize you. There's going to be some fast communication action under travel. Somebody's angry. They're jealous. They could have said that you were a whore or doing magic. Somebody wanted power and control. Okay? The truth is out. They can't hide this. Somebody's angry. Yeah. It's nothing but lies. This is bad news. Somebody could have lost a child. They have no intuition. I just heard that, but I meant to say inspiration or creativity here. This is somebody that can't do for themselves. They need outside validation all the time. They need eyes on them all the time. They can't stand the silence. It's bad news. No communication. They threw rocks and hit hands and they lied about you. Spread egregious gossip about you. 3 cups in reverse. There's no reconciling here. They're parting ways with this group or this third party or this covenant. Yeah, fall from grace. Somebody's very smug, full of themselves, selfish, and know-it-all on the show off. Said you were partying all the time. It was them. You're standing your ground. You're divinely protected and guided. Or they get drunk and they like to fight. They're blocked. They're being blocked here. Okay? You saw it for what it was. You knew they betrayed you. Or now they're feeling betrayed. Well, this is money. It was all opportunists. Now, I think the opportunists got betrayed by their opportunists, friends or family. This is your blessing. They're going to have to pay it back. They're trying to stop payment. Are they no longer getting paid? They got promised all this money. Maybe before this money, maybe they don't even have this money yet. It hasn't been issued to anybody yet. So they promised all this, yes. They have no money for a car. They wanted money for a car. No money to travel. This is, oh boy. They want to come back in from out of the cold, I think. But this is financial ruin, spiritual jail. They don't want to take accountability. But maybe before this money's even issued, this person went around promising these people all this money. False promises if they got together with them and helped them do this job and they spent other people's money coming up against you because this money hasn't been issued yet. This has all been lies. No truth or clarity. They can't cut you out. You foresaw this. You're not talking to these people. You knew they were plotting and planning to keep you stuck. They're trying to delay something. So these people are angry with this person or persons because they spent their own money coming up after you. They're losing everything. It's karma. It's backfires. They're getting found out. They're trying to delay something. They try to sacrifice you. You foresaw this. They wanted you waiting, right? They didn't. Your ships are coming in. Somebody's a player energy. They're feeling inspired to take some sort of action. It could be the police coming in as well, because normally the Knight of Wands isn't that way, but they're going to have to let go or they're going to get let go. They did something too quickly. They can't block you. They bore false witness. They're going to have to let this go. Somebody lost. Let go of the fact, maybe they're going around saying you were the cause of them losing a child or losing money, that the cause of them going into debt. They're going to have to let this go. They want you to come towards you and ask you to relieve them of this debt or ask somebody else in the equation. They're in heavy-duty debt. They bore false witness against you. They can't block the fact that they never paid you this money. It could be a family member, a younger family member. Is this somebody that doesn't want to learn a lesson, right? They didn't do their due diligence. They didn't follow through. They didn't look things up and check things out. Somebody's getting let go, and it's going to cost them money. They might get sued, or this could be a criminal thing, okay? Authorities, if they didn't do their job. I'm pretty sure they got bribed, though. Tempted or promised, you do this for me, scratch my back, I'll scratch yours later on. You know what I'm saying? It's all coming out in the wash. Somebody's got a heavy-duty decision to make here concerning this and this family, this group. This love bomber was already married with a family, and their wife knew about it. And the wife didn't care. As long as you come home with some money. Okay, so they're all going down. The wife might be telling on this love bomber that they hired. So bad choices. They're getting kicked to the curb. Or you kicked them to the curb because they didn't treat you properly to begin with. You know, if they're going to love bomb you and make it look good, at least, you know, treat you with some semblance of decency. They didn't, so they just made you go, fuck you. hit the road, Jack. Don't come back. So yeah, stagnant. They wanted to stagnate your life. They're feeling stagnant now, stuck, dead end, frozen. You took the time to smell the roses. Get to heal. Get to know you. Get to know God. Right? That was the right thing to do. While God was doing stuff in the background here. Okay, so this is concerning a whole plethora of people, a neighborhood, a community, whether online, in the physical, or both. Okay, they could be in your neighborhood and wanting to stop by, or has nothing to do with you. This person's in trouble with these people. These people are in their community looking for them. Okay, they're going to pop up on this person or persons that owe money. Forgotten person, core past old friend. They got old friends that maybe you had problems with in the, way back, maybe in school, that you haven't talked to in ages, to come up against you as well. Old lovers, old friends, even family you don't really speak to, that kind of thing. Total strangers. This could be somebody that you met once or twice and they're going, oh, I know that person. I know them very well because they want the money. Or they were jealous of you or something. You know what I'm saying? To come up after you. This is just a disaster. It's all blowing up in their faces. Well, don't start nothing. There won't be nothing. That's the way I look at it. But these people need to be taught a lesson. We all do. I mean, that's why we're here, right? To learn. But these people are going to be learning. Oh, yes, they will. 3/6/16 when I looked up. I got to hurry up because I don't have much battery time. If it does shut down, then I'm just going to leave it as is. I apologize, but let's get the goddesses to end this. Okay, so defense. They have no defense for what they've done. Aradia. They thought you were defenseless, but oh boy, they kind of find out you've got some mighty powers behind you. They need a break. They want a break from this Nyx. Oh boy. Yeah, they don't want to go towards their fate. That's just too bad, Fortuna. Because, your destiny's not theirs. They can't take your destiny. It is what it is. Anara, it was all trickery. It was all bullshit, what they were trying to do, and now they're trying to trick their way out of it. If they do show up on you, they may want to play your heartstrings. Just bear that in mind. But you already know who this person is and what they've been up to and what they've done. Aradia, quit being on the defensive. Past hurts are affecting your reactions. Never mistake kindness for weakness, and that's what they did here. Stand strong in your convictions. Connect with the magic of nature. Defend your cause. Be proud of who you are. A vulnerable person or animal needs your help. So they're going to look like they're vulnerable. They need your help. Stand strong in your convictions. You know what these people have been doing. Defend your cause. Now they're going to want to defend their cause. Is there a defense for what you've done? I don't know, sir or ma'am. I have no idea. I'd wager to say no. Okay, next. Shh. You're giving away your secrets. It's all too easy to confide in someone you wish to trust, especially when you're feeling vulnerable. Remember that appearances can be deceptive. You would be wise to be watchful and to trust no one at this time. Nyx calls to you across the night skies to find comfort and respite from who she is. Sorry, let me do this again. Nyx calls to you across the night skies to find comfort and respite from she who is the mother of all creatures. She understands that you have endured a long dark night of the soul and wishes to take you into her confidence. This sounds exactly like what you need at this time, but be warned. For if Nyx knows that you two are good at gleaming information from others to use for your own purpose, she will use all of that you have revealed to her against you. So be mindful of how or who you share any particulars with. Take this opportunity to rest, regroup, and journey deep within with Nyx as your guide. Okay, thank you. They're talking to me while I'm reading. I apologize. Okay, I get it. So this person, as Love Bomber, told you a few things, or you noticed a few things, or you know a few things about this person. If they come towards you, because you've gone through enough, they're coming towards you to get more information out of you. Maybe to try to thwart you, take your life again. I don't know. But be warned. Whoever's coming towards you, if they're listening, all your dirty little secrets are going to come out. Because I know you know what these people have been doing. You know their secrets. Their deepest, darkest secrets. They don't want to get out. And you have a way, or you will find a way to get it out should they try again. It'll be to their demise. The best way for them to deal with this is to tell the truth. Go to the authorities. Tell the truth. Deal with it. Okay? So, Fortuna, fate. Stop spending money like water. Don't fight what you cannot change. Look before you leap. Find out more about a person you're getting close to. Don't listen to gossip. Go to the source. And that's what they did. All of them did. but they also got paid to listen to the gossip. Your luck is set to change, ride out a storm. As things are looking calmer ahead, go with a hunch. So we'll take that for whatever that is. These people are not nice people. They can just go suck it as far as I'm concerned. We get a couple of these. Yep. If you have a yes or no question, it's uncertain right now. Number 7. At this time, the situation or outcome is undetermined, and that usually means that stuff is still in flux. There's still an element of free will, yours or somebody else's or both. Yeah, it's what's getting carried out is karma. That's why. It's still in flux. Depending on how much karma they can take. They can't take much more. So they're going to have to do something, free will, and admit the truth. Okay? 8, Gemini. Wheel of karma, karma, dharma, destined, inevitable, cause and effect, divine intervention, cycles, luck, fortune, rise and fall, circumstances, consequence, divine will, and blind justice. So it's a big fat no. 4, yes or no. 84, 78, 84 might have something to do with it. The answer is no. The situation or event is not unfolding at this time. So they're being blocked. They can't come near you. Okay? It's not going to be successful for them. You're a diamond here. You're shining. 1, Aries, diamond, creative force, faithfulness, value, perfection, brilliance, commitment, light, purity, esteem, unconquerable force, multidimensional, multifaceted, invincible spiritual power. They're finding that out. 41, youth, somebody that you've known from your youth, or it could be an adult child. I'm not saying it's an underage child because they shouldn't be doing shit like this. Nobody should be doing shit like this, but we're all adults here. I don't speak about minors. So this is Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces, mutable signs, okay? So something's very mutable at the moment, can change, adapt. You easily adapt, by the way. That's what I'm picking up, youth. Mutable, breaking free, rebellious, insecure, idealistic, on the verge, try things out, naive, hormonal, finding self, impressionable, independent, receptive, strong-willed. Are you kidding me? People still use that? Yeah, you're a fortress here. They can't break down your barriers here, your boundaries. Aquarius 1. I just heard that somebody in the equation, typically it's a man. I'm not man shaming or anything like that, but some men do think that. Oh, she's on the ring, she's hormonal, she's a woman, okay, of course she's hormonal, she bleeds once a month. No. Okay? No. Everybody has emotions, male or female. Let's not get that twisted, okay? And I used to say to my ex, sometimes he would go there, and I'd get really upset. Really? How about you stop pissing me off and I won't be getting upset? Has nothing to do with my period. It's just an excuse. So 1, Aquarius, fortress, fortitude, staying powered, stubborn, sealed off, aloof, prepared, backbone, endure, lasting, ready for anything, determined, unbreakable, true grit, and what it takes. You got what it takes. And they're being exposed. Pillory. 5, Aquarius again. Open dishonor, humiliation, finding fault, punishment, abusive, shut down, caught, public ridicule and mockery, nowhere to run, censor, serving time, vulnerable. Somebody's going to jail. Or a few somebodies. This is going to happen within a few days. This could be 15, 57. Within a few days, 7 again. The situation or event in question will develop or unfold within a matter of days. Congratulations. Sapphire. Gemini 1 yet again. Mental force. You're very strong mentally. Spiritual insight. You have a lot. You got a lot of spiritual backers here. Hope and faith, wise judgment, power and strength, kindness, life of the party, extroverted, motivate, precious, valued, holy, divine favor, and revered. And checkered flag. It's over. Leo 9, 19. Conclusion, outcome, finale, completion, verdict, settled, results, signaling the end, finishing first, achievement, culmination, final chapter, endings, feeling relieved. I love this for you. Congratulations. I hope you like the read, and until next time, take care.